And hello vlog. It's my physiology finals tomorrow and I am so stressed right now. I have a lot of work to do. I have to cover 4 units of my physiology module and make some short notes of those topics so as to better retain them during exam time, if you know what I'm talking about. I also have to revise from those notes in the morning so that I can recall them better in the exams. I'm going to start with the respiratory system and then proceed from then on. I have a lot of work to do, so it's going to be a long, productive, busy day. I have got so much work to do that it's kind of useless to make a to-do list because that will kind of take up a lot of time and then I won't be able to achieve all my humongous targets. So it's better to just go with the flow and study as I go along and proceed through the day. So, that was a lot of work. I read about the respiratory system wherein I studied the lung volumes and capacities, then various curves, and I also studied the obstructive and restrictive lung diseases, which are quite important clinically, and we have to look at the forced expiratory volume of first second by the FRC ratio in order to determine whether it is a restrictive or obstructive lung disease. Very interesting. I have also started with the GIT and read some gastric hormones and exocrine pancreas. So yeah, that is kind of an added bonus. Now I have to start with lung compliance and then move on to gas transport in respiration, where I will study the hemoglobin saturation curves and the CO2 transport mechanisms in the body. So that is quite an important topic and a treasure trove of questions for exams. I have recently finished my anatomy theory finals and it went quite well. So I am kind of amped up for this exam and want to do really well in this physio test so that I can get motivated and confident for my biochem finals, which are also due next week. I'm currently nibbling on this little almond and trying to resist the urge to cook instant ramen. What else do students cook during these times of distress and exam weeks? We all go for comfort foods and instant meals like instant ramen, for in my case, and instant rice. What about you guys? What is your comfort food? Comment below. And I should get back to studying now. I have a lot of work to do. Okay, I have more or less completed the GIT, but now I have only one topic from GIT left. I need to read about the movements of the intestine, like the peristalsis, the migrating motor complex, Hirschsprung disease, and interesting stuff like that. I have also called my friend in the meantime and shamelessly inquired about the topics he is leaving, because he is kind of very good at guessing the examiner's mind when it comes to finals. So I have put my trust in him. I'm currently done a lot of I'm currently in quite a good mood since I have done quite a lot of work. I have achieved quite a lot, but still there is a lot of work remaining to be done. It is sometimes important to tell ourselves that even under immense study pressure during finals week, we should never forget ourselves. Like, we should never forget who we are, our passions, hobbies, interests. The exams and studies are a part of life, but they're not the only part of life. If you understand what I'm saying. Okay, that was a lot of philosophy. I have showered a lot of philosophical melodrama on you guys, and now I would like to return to work. Okay, I have finished the various gastric reflexes and the movements of small intestine and the large intestine, like the pendular movement, the segmentation movements, the peristaltic movements, the law of the intestine, and so much more. I'm feeling quite happy and motivated now. I am ahead of the curve and getting things done properly. Now is the time to seize the opportunity, study well, and is the finals exam. I am now going to start with nerve muscle physiology. This is a relatively easier topic, mind you, relatively. But there is a lot of material to cover. Like, there's 30 pages or something like that of that chapter that I need to study right now. Will not make the mistake of underestimating it. So I'm listening to my stressful study playlist on Spotify, and it's helping me calm down a bit. Exam week is stressful. So, I have finished till the categories of action potential, and I read about the biphasic action potential and compound action potentials and so many other types. It was quite interesting, but also very detailed. I also read about the Nernst equation and the Goldman equation, along with the Gibbs-Ronan equilibrium and its role in maintaining the resting membrane potential. These all sound very complex, but actually are really simple if you break them down and study them properly. I have to begin with the neuromuscular junction. This is kind of a very important topic for the exam tomorrow, because we have to learn about diseases like myasthenia gravis and Lambert-Eaton syndrome. We have to learn about their etiology and the symptoms and the treatment. So yeah, I have got my work cut out for me. I'm currently feeling a bit hungry, but I have no time to cook. Maybe I will have some biscuits with water, or maybe I will make some tea and have it like an old grandpa that I am. Tomorrow we are being tested from 6 units of our physiology module. We have the general physiology, the nerve muscle physiology, CVS, respiratory, GIT, and also another topic called hematology, where we learn about blood clotting and stuff like that. So I am definitely stressed right now because I have a lot to do.
Drums be singing in the night, but I won't hear them singing anymore, 'cause I'll be gone. Ooh.
Hello vlog. I have covered most of the portions of nerve muscle physiology and I'm only left with properties of skeletal muscle, which is quite volatile. So I'm not going to do it now. I am rather going to start with the CVS or the cardiovascular system, which is quite complex and an intricate topic. So it is going to take me about 2 to 3 hours to revise the whole thing. We have to study about the different types of heart block and correlate them with the defects in the ECG, and we also have to study about the blood pressure regulation, types of cardiogenic shock, and the regulation of heartbeat and cardiac output. So there is a lot of material to skim through. I have covered a lot of matter today, but I can still do more because I'm feeling quite productive today, and I think that I can accomplish the world. So maybe I will sit down with the CVS in a short while and cover it because I have to ace this exam. I still have a few minor topics here and there in a few other units, so that will also require a bit of attention. So yeah, let's get into it.